Hello, my name is Foram. Welcome back to the Frappe Podcast. Today I have with me Hussain. Hussain is also a podcaster, so this is going to be very interesting. Hussain is also 3 months out of Frappe and he's building his own studios, which is called BWH Studios. And today's story is all going to be about his whole journey, and I've heard it before, but I want all of you to hear it, and it's going to be very exciting. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous?
Out of words.
You're a live streamer.
Yeah, that's what shocks me, that every time I go live 5 minutes before, the feeling is the same. So I thought it will get better and better, it doesn't. But yeah.
Maybe you're more confident in your nervousness also.
Yeah, then after it is like fine. It is natural.
But you're proving to yourself again and again that you can do it. How was your Frappeverse experience? By the way, this is being shot less than a day after Frappeverse, so we're all in the Frappeverse spirits.
Yeah. It has been like the energy hits you so hard that okay, now so I always think this Frappeverse events and the Frappe Build event as a refill thing. So you go there to recharge, and then for a few months you are very good. Even when we're at Frappe, offsite was such an event that okay, you refresh, reset, and then you're ready to ship cool stuff for the next few months.
Yeah, it's a very social place, I think. Talk to so many people, and so many registrants, like 1,600, 1,700 people register this time, and what a crazy event. Like Hussain also gave a talk, so yeah, and everybody loved it. Like, we have an events app now, which is a very it's a change from all the other apps we've been building, right, on the framework.
Yeah, this is more serious.
Yeah. It's more fun. Like, it'll help us all do Frappeverse also better.
Yep.
So like, you're 3 months out of Frappe, how do you feel? How is everything going in the past 3 months?
It has been hectic, I'll be honest. It has been a very different experience that I'm used to. But it's also very fulfilling that, okay, I'm doing my own thing and building a team, applying whatever I learned at Frappe to this new company. So it's a very, very nice feeling, I guess.
Yeah, big jump also, not like leave your job, start a company.
It was a very tough decision, but I think that was time, and Rushabh also encouraged that, okay, you should do the thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I said, okay, let's do it then.
I remember yesterday during the debrief, you're like, it does not feel like I left Frappe at all. It still feels like home only. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to mention this tomorrow. It's such a sweet thing to say. And it resonates with the kind of connection and community you have with us, right?
Yeah, I worked at Frappe for more than 4 years, and I'm still... So Rushabh said I'm an honorary Frappe member. I didn't get the badge that Frappe team members were wearing, so I still feel I'm part of Frappe.
But I want to know, like, how did it all start? You're a programmer, and you're very passionate about it from what I know of you. Yeah. I want to know how all of that started also. Like, when did your first interest in programming come about?
So this starts like when I got my first laptop. So I already told you, but I'm going to repeat for the audience, basically. And so yeah, I think it was 8th or 9th standard. I wanted to play games. At that age, you play games. And then, so I wanted a laptop, but then you can't go to your parents and say, oh, I want a laptop for playing games. At that time, e-learning and that stuff was not that prominent. So what I thought was, what is the common area of interest between me and my father? That, okay, he will use laptop for that thing. So that was net banking at that time. So I used to come from my school, and daily it was my job to go to the bank, deposit money, transfer, RTGS and stuff. So I was enjoying it, but then I found, okay, there is something called net banking where I can do it from laptop. So I just have to deposit cash once. So I asked my father that, okay, if you get me a laptop, I'll
help you out.
Yeah, I'll be able to help you out and give you quick transfers, right? So then I got a laptop, and to my surprise, I didn't like games that much. After you get the thing, you realize, okay, this is not what I wanted. And then, yeah, stumbling upon stuff on the internet. So I found out about internet, and then I saw, okay, there are these things and YouTube and stuff. At that time, there was this Microsoft Virtual Academy. There is an e-learning platform that Microsoft was running. I don't know if they still run it, but Bob Tabor, this guy had a course called Shisha for absolute beginners. That resonated with me because I was also an absolute beginner. I didn't know anything about programming. And so I enrolled, and it was free. And then I started learning and wrote my first line of code in C#. I still remember console.writeline was that line of code, and hello world. And it printed on screen, and it blew me away that, okay, now I can do command computers to do what I want and just not use computers. And since then, I've never looked back.
Yeah, it must be such a new feeling to be like, oh, I wrote this and then it's coming alive in front of my eyes.
Yeah, that was good.
And so then, like from there, did you study programming or how did it go?
So yeah, then I went deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. And when the time came, I think after 2 years, I passed my 10th standard, and then it was time to pick a subject. That, okay, what subject do you want to go? What stream do you want to go? Science, maths, commerce. So I saw which of the subjects brings in computer science as an additional, because in India, I think nowhere we have a primary subject called computer science in high school. So I thought, okay, which subject brings in computer science in my school? And then I was like, okay, maths brings it. That is why I took maths. Usually it's the other way around, that people take maths main subject and then you pick the additional one. But then I picked the additional one and that, okay, I will get.
Yeah, how are you so sure, like at that point, that this is what you wanted to do? Just like, I know that the first line of code was very, probably shocked you and went like, oh my God, this is awesome. But when you decided this is the career I want to do?
I never thought of it as a career. It was like, okay, I'm finding it fun. I will keep doing it. I never had to worry about job because everyone in my family, my cousin, brothers and everyone is in business line. So there was no far off connection in the IT field and whatnot. So I found, okay, this is a cool thing. I even didn't know that, okay, this is a full career and there are like computer scientists and everyone doing it full time and like it's so much impact in the industry. That was not nowhere near in my mind at that time. I was like, okay, it's fun. I'll keep doing it. And then I kept going and around after I passed, I think I was going to pass high school. I realized, okay, this is what I want to do full time. And if at all I do a job, at that time I also wasn't sure that I will do a job or anything, a job. I'll
if
come
not
to it.
Job, then what?
Maybe start my own company. That was there at that time.
That was always there.
Yeah, that was always there at the back of my mind somewhere, that I will start a company. I read startup books and whatnot. But yeah.
So you are like a developer and a businessman. Like you've always had interests in both.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like you're getting to live that life right now.
Yeah, now it is like full circle. So you think about running a company and then you go somewhere else and then you are doing a job and then suddenly you realize, okay, I wanted to do that and this seems the right time to make the jump and do what I wanted.
Like it's very difficult to identify that right time actually, to be like, hey, this seems like a good opportunity and this seems like the right time to take it.
Yeah, I'll tell you honestly that I was thinking that I will work at Frappe for 10 years and then I will probably at that time I'll be ready to run my own business and a software company. But we all know how that turned out.
I mean, like your plan just fast forwarded a lot, which is like a good thing.
Yeah.
After that, what did you do?
So I didn't study in college.
Okay.
Actually, I studied it in high school and then I found it even more interesting. I was way ahead. So they were teaching basics and I was like, okay, I will do web development and all. And I used to teach my classmates, my friends. They used to come at my home. We had to study before the exams and it was all very nice. So that teaching, my passion for teaching comes from there, that okay, I used to teach there and then we'll see how that also comes full circle. But yeah. And then after 12th, I decided, okay, I don't want to do a college or anything. So I dropped kind of. What I did was that, okay, this is fun. I didn't want to do it as a job, right? I didn't want to do any job. I wanted to teach because during high school, watching my physics teacher teach us with so much passion and that changed my whole perspective in problem solving and everything. And I also realized, okay, I like to teach. I like to go to the board, write the whiteboards and everything. I loved the feeling of when you go there and you are writing on the whiteboard and everyone is watching you. And
people actually understand at one point and then that gives so much satisfaction that, oh no, I told them this and they finally like realized
it clicked from them.
Yeah.
So I was telling you, right, my Twitter profile said, here to make things click.
For
and then
people,
like, okay, it clicks. And then next time you are even more motivated that, okay, this is even harder topic. I'll make it so easy that it will click for them. So yeah, that was the point. So I started a tuition class, right, for physics and computer science.
Okay.
Because by the time my 12th class was over, physics became my second favorite subject. Computer science is still the first, but then physics became the second favorite subject. And I thought, okay, I can teach people this. And I started a tuition class. And since being a geek, I created a web page for the registrations and sent it out. Like few people registered also. At that time I was very active in Facebook, so that was the medium I spread it through. Yeah.
Facebook was very popular back then, I think.
Yeah. And then nobody showed up on the first day of the tuition class. It was a hall that my father owned. So there was no loss in that, okay, you are booking a hall on rent or anything. But yeah, nobody showed up. I was there sitting 2 hours. And then I decided, okay, maybe this is not something what I want to do. Or maybe I'm not qualified enough. Because I was just 12th pass, right? Anybody who thinks... So in that 2 hours, a lot of thoughts crossed my mind that, okay, maybe it is too early. Maybe it is not what I want. Maybe... A lot of questions also. That, okay, what is happening? And then there was no second day.
Okay, so you never tried to do it again?
Again, no. I had 100 posters printed out, but I never did it again.
Maybe there was another time for it.
Yeah, actually that turned out to be a good thing. Because if I had gone into that cycle, maybe... I'm not sure if it would have never happened, but I trust in destiny that it was my destiny to come to Frappe and then start build with Hussain and whatnot.
Right.
But it would have been delayed. Maybe some other...
Yeah. Even I think the smallest decision can change the bigger course of your life. Like, although it seems...
You don't realize it.
Yeah, you don't realize, even if it's as small as taking a wrong turn or whatever. And there's this burnt toast theory thing also, that if your toast burns and, you have to make it all over again, maybe you were meant to be...
Yeah, then the whole, what do you say, the timeline is different then.
Yeah. And it sounds romanticized, but I'm not sure how it actually works. I just, go with the flow and be like, if it's meant to happen, it will happen.
Yeah, that's what all I have been doing as well. And I thought, okay, it's meant to be happen. And then there were 2 parts to the story after that. There was the JEE part, the IIT JEE chase. And there was the part of not going to college. Very contradictory, right? JEE is for going to the college and
IIT versus...
So I thought, okay, if I get IIT Bombay, I will go to the college. If I don't get it, I won't go to the college. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I don't want to the college.
Any college at all.
Yeah, any college at all. So maybe now I realize, it's a flashback thing, that I didn't want to go to the college. That's why I set a bar so high that I would definitely not get...
making yourself fail. That is very interesting. But you still gave the exam, right?
Yeah, that is why I took a drop off for 1 year. I studied because I wanted to prove, because in the first attempt, I didn't make it through the cutoff as well for JEE Advanced. I wanted to prove myself that, okay, I can do it. Even if I don't want to the college, I can do it. So people take a drop because they want IIT, they want NIT. I didn't want IIT, NIT. I wanted to prove myself that, okay, I can do it, because people said it's a very hard exam. And then in the next attempt, I still didn't leave my city because I am homesick. So I ordered an online coaching program. They sent like a 40 pen drive thing. So it was a bulk of 32 gigabyte pen drives, and you plug it in. Yeah. There was no e-learning platform, I guess, at that time where they can lock in and charge a subscription basis.
Interesting.
Yeah, then I my day looked like it. Okay, you watch video lectures and then second half you do programming.
Okay. That's a good, but I want to know why you wanted to prove just this one thing. Like, knowing that you did not want to go to college, where did that motivation without a goal come from?
Not sure. Now I don't even remember why I did that chase for a year. Maybe I just wanted to... I needed something to engage my brain until I figure out what's the next thing.
So like a little bit of restlessness.
Yeah.
Okay, what am I doing right now if not...
So I can't... Yeah. If not the thing that I wanted to do, what am I doing? So I think it kept me engaged because I'm restless and I can't be doing nothing. It has to be something that, okay, I'm working on.
So in that second half of the day when you were programming, what were you building?
I was into web development, so I was building websites. I was exploring app development. There was nothing I would say, okay, this is not interesting. I was like, okay, this sounds interesting. One day I'm doing some video editing. One day I'm doing motion graphics. And the other day I'm photo editing and graphic design and everything.
Just upskilling yourself.
Yeah.
This is when you were 18 or something, right?
Yeah, 18. And
that is a time to upskill, I think. And then, so you didn't end up going to any college?
Yeah, not a traditional college. So when I passed JEE, at that time I decided, okay, I will not go to a college. I didn't even sit through the counseling that happens for. I was getting, I think, an NIT, a good NIT computer science. and people would have easily jumped to that opportunity. But since they're already in the back of my mind and no college. But luckily, I got an email from Coursera that, okay, we are starting an online degree. This is way before COVID, a year before COVID.
Okay.
After COVID, everyone went online and colleges are online and everything is there. But then that email made me, okay, I can do both. I can be doing what I am doing, programming and everything. And this was a BSc in computer science. So I also get to do it as a education thing, right? Formal education and then informal, both become computer science. So then, I enrolled. It was a 3 to 6 year course.
Okay.
So you
could do it at your own pace.
Yeah, do it at your own pace. You can either do it at 3 years or you can do it at 6 years. So I tried the 6 years thing first.
Okay.
So I took half of it. I thought, okay, let me try if I'm able to do it. And there was an English exam. So that itself daunted me. Okay, it is University of London, so you should know English very well. My English was not that good at that time. Still, I don't know if it is good or not.
It's about
I can convey my...
Say it, yeah.
Yeah. Then I got enrolled in it, and that's also very much connected to how I ended at Frappe. Yeah. So then I enrolled. Within 2 months, I realized, okay, I'm still not learning. I again became restless, and I thought, okay, maybe a Udemy course can teach much more than what I'm learning in a semester. At that time, started looking for internships. That was the next phase.
So you finished the course that you did?
No, I was 1 year in, and I again
bounced. Yeah. Okay, and then you started applying for internships, and one of them was Frappe, I'm guessing.
Yeah. It was not that straightforward. I started applying from the top. So Amazon, AWS, poor me. Okay, 1 year into the college and you're applying remote internships at those places. Red Hat. So big names. But yeah, when you don't know that it is too hard.
You don't care about it.
Okay, I'm applying, right? But even if it is up to your reach and someone says, okay, it's too hard, then you're somehow get biased that, okay, I may not be able to
do it. Yeah. But I think confidence, not confidence, ignorance is sometimes okay.
Ignorance is the bliss.
For me also, when I'm doing something and I know that people think it's something hard, I'll only be nervous and I'll only not do well at it because I already know it in my brain.
Yeah.
And there are not many times where I find myself not researching or not knowing things. So it's very difficult to be in that ignorance space where I'm, just confident that this will happen. And I realized that most of the cool stuff that I've done in the past years has been when I didn't know what I was doing and I was just trying it out.
Yeah. Same with me. I think then I realized, okay, applying for internships, I think 3 to 4 months. And then we had a Slack group for our college. And there was an internships and job opportunities channel. I posted my resume there. Okay, I'm looking for an internship. And then nothing. So nobody responded, nothing. And I think after a few weeks, I got a DM from Ankush.
Oh, okay.
So Ankush is at Frappe. He has been VP of engineering. He is now looking over management, as he was saying yesterday. And then he said, okay, I have joined this company a month ago. This is a Mumbai-based company. And at that time, Frappe was also remote because peak COVID.
Yeah.
And everyone was working remotely. And I will apply. He said, try whether they give internships or not. I don't think they were explicitly hiring for interns at that time. But I still applied and they gave a test, right? There was a flask test at that time. And I misread the instructions. That, you have to... So I read that, you have to do it in 24 hours.
Okay, what was actually written?
I don't think there was a line like that.
Did you imagine a line?
I don't know. When I speed read, I miss sometimes. And I think it was just submit and so. But I read it 24 hours and I was in a hackathon.
Oh.
Actually, I submitted it in 24 hours.
So you stayed up all night, wrote.
Yeah.
No, you had to win. Man.
But I completed and then I submitted.
Tell them that? When you went for your interview or something later?
I don't know. Maybe not. It would have been sounded...
Or I'm saying they would have been impressed, right? You did it in 24 hours.
If I recall correctly, I found it after the interview.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't know, even I didn't know that it was not supposed to be done in 24 hours.
Okay.
Maybe they were impressed that, he submitted it in less than...
I'm sure they thought something, but...
Yeah, we will never know. Or we would have to ask them.
Yeah, we can ask.
So I got an email that, we like your resume and now you have submitted the test. When are you free for a interview call? And then I said, okay, so and so, what was the earliest convenience at that time? I said, okay, I'm ready. I'm very nervous. I never gave an interview in my life. And then, I jumped in the call. I still remember the scene around that time. I had my laptop and I was looking for a good background. I was switching there and like I'm going to a different room and I'm going to a hall. And then finally I settled in a corner in the room. And then the interviewees were Nabeen and Faris.
Oh.
So two of the most best engineers at Frappe. And it went well. They asked a few questions and then they offered me, they said, why don't you join us full time?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
But you said...
But I still wanted an internship. I said, I can't commit because I'm still like 2 years left for the college and I'm also at home. There were some responsibilities at that time that I had to tend to.
Makes sense.
So I said, okay, I will be only able to do internships. And I was also very honest that, okay, if I even say yes and after 2 months I'm not able to do whatever I'm supposed to do and the performance and everything, you are also investing in me a lot, right? That is, I'm saying upfront that...
So keeping expectations balanced.
Yeah, expectations balanced that, okay, I have to do college plus home plus then this internship. And they said, fine, okay, let us know whenever you're ready for full time.
Okay. And then you joined and it was still remote, I think. When did
it was still remote. That was my hard condition. If Frappe had been in person, 100%, I would not have joined.
Oh, man. So then you joined Frappe and you did the internship for how long?
I think 2.5 months.
Okay. And then you switched to full time.
Yeah. That's also a story.
Tell.
So I joined Frappe in ERP Next team. At that time, I was working on features. And at that time also, we were splitting into different teams because the team was growing and different modules. So I was part of Rucha and Jannat's team.
Okay.
Where we were doing Frappe HR module, project module. So there I contributed my first feature, PR, in the HR module. And then again, restlessness strikes. And I'm like, okay, this is not what maybe I want to do. I was looking at Frappe Cloud team that, okay, you're doing cool stuff.
So you want to switch?
So I was pinging, and Faris was my mentor. And I kept pinging, well, are you guys hiring? And like, I want to work with you in the Frappe Cloud team. And he was like, okay, let me discuss internally. We'll get back to you. And after that, while that discussion was happening, I was working with Framework for some time, 2-3 weeks, worked with Framework, shipped a few small features. And then, he was okay,
Cloud.
come on, Frappe Cloud.
Yeah, I think the most fun part about Frappe is how people internally switch their roles, like often and confidently also, that, they're not like, if this is not working, I know I can fully switch roles.
Yeah, it's like a buffet, right? Like, it's internally as well said, it's like a buffet, pick your own work.
Yeah, but also what you can contribute to well, right? I think, because I joined in the Frappe school team to write courses for Frappe school. And was very interesting that they hired someone non-tech to write, like, to teach a ERP software. But I was like, cool, up for it, we'll do it. And then eventually I was like, I was so scared to think also that the work was getting a little monotonous after like 6-7 courses. It was getting a little monotonous. So I was like, how do I even say it? And then I realized that they actually do have a place where I can say, can I switch my work to? And I wasn't an employee either. Like, I was also on contract. So I don't know if I had that whole rights and responsibilities stuff. So I still said, can I switch to the marketing team? And they're like, yeah, go for it.
That's a very good thing about Frappe, that you can ship. And that's also saved me from resigning.
I think, that's their way of keeping the good people there. Because like, they are also, like, if you're happy where you're contributing better, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah. So after Frappe Cloud, I guess, I worked there. My major project was Frappe Cloud Marketplace. And I shipped the first version of it and the payouts and working with the publishers. It was so much fun at the start. I think 1.5 years I worked in Frappe Cloud team.
You got to interact with a lot with other people also, right? Because they were listing their products and all of that.
Yeah, I got to interact with. I got the first customer for Frappe Cloud Marketplace. It was a very nice feeling to pay out. When like getting paid is something, and then you have built a platform that that is getting other people's make.
Exactly
money.
true, right? I love enabling people to grow. Like,
Yeah.
you know, people are choosing to build on Frappe framework. They're choosing to make it open source. So like,
Yeah.
we also have this, it's pretty cool to be like here.
Yeah, the enabler.
Yeah. So 1.5 years in Frappe Cloud, and then?
Yeah, then again I found restlessness. Okay, I don't, and somehow you were mentioning that, okay, you have some sort of responsibility that, okay, you're doing this role, you have to do this role, you can't jump. But then I hit a block that, okay, blocker, that is very hard thing maybe, or I got bored, right? Okay, doing the same thing, or it was not interesting anymore. And then I decided to interview for other companies at that point in time, because I thought if I am at Frappe, it's my responsibility to take marketplace. Otherwise, who will do it, right? That sense of
Ownership, I think.
Ownership.
Yeah.
I think, okay, it's my baby. If I'm at Frappe, I will have to take care of it. If I leave Frappe, then it's
not your responsibility.
Yeah, not my responsibility.
But
whatever.
you did grow it, so it feels like you're abandoning something.
Yeah, I am abandoning something. So instead of staying at the company, at that time it was my mindset that, okay, you can't jump that easily and leave something anath, is the word we use internally. But yeah, then I interviewed. They said, okay, what will you take? What is your pay expectations? And I was like, okay, why don't you tell me what you are expecting? It's also an open source company, by the way. So I was sold on open source after I joined Frappe.
Fair enough.
So then what I did was, I couldn't come up with a number. And then reality struck that, okay, what did I do? This whole cycle of interviewing for other company made me realize that, okay, I might have taken a wrong turn or decision or something, that, okay, this is not the way how it's supposed to be, because Frappe was very good in terms of culture. I took a call with Faris. I said, why did you apply in the first place? And I told him, okay, even I don't know 100% now that why did I apply and the interview and everything. So he said, okay, do one thing, like put up a big number. I was like, fine, they will say no maybe. But he also said at the end of the call, be also ready to say yes if they say, okay, we are ready with that number.
But you didn't want to leave.
But yeah, again, I was still confused that, okay, I was so much connected to Faris and Rushabh and Aditya and felt like home, right? But it was just the work part that I was not finding very suited. So I thought maybe jumping the ship would help. Then Faris said, okay, talk to Rushabh. Like the next day I scheduled a call with Rushabh, and Rushabh said, the grass is always greener on the other side. And you have picked your own work, right? Why don't you leave marketplace and do something else that interests you?
So you got that, confirmation that it's okay to leave marketplace.
Yeah. I got that green signal. Maybe I was waiting for that. Okay, you can leave marketplace and do whatever you find fun, or Then I said yes. And then I drafted an email to those guys that, okay, I still have marketplace, I still have this. I wanted to be again honest and set the expectations. And they said, okay, whenever you come, we are open for you. I was like, nice feeling, right? That you didn't reject directly of some sorts. You said, okay, this, when you explain people, right, what is the reasoning behind your saying no or yes, they are very much, understanding that, okay. And they wrote that we respect your decision because you are thinking about your current employer in a way that, okay, I have still responsibilities remaining
Loyalties
here.
also, yeah. But I don't think it's very easy to find those kind of companies who be like, we respect your decision, because they're also looking out for themselves, right?
Yeah. And they might say, okay, we wasted a few weeks choosing you. I'm not sure. But I have always found good people, good companies.
Which is good, one bad experience and your stereotype is ruined forever. But so you stayed and then you started BWH
No.
At that time?
No. Okay. So after Frappe Cloud, there was one project for Azim Premji Foundation that was going to happen. And then it was an opportunity to build your own product. Okay. Around that time also, the beasts were unleashed and people started building their own products after ERP Next. So Frappe Wiki and learning were happening. I was okay, maybe I'll also build my own product. And it was supposed to be for a good cause, for a social sector. And then I went to Bangalore for the first time with Umair, and we visited their office. We met the social workers who were doing the job. We even met the beneficiaries to whom these services were going to be provided. This was a homeless care program that Azim Premji Foundation runs with a few of their partner NGOs, Smile Care and one more in Chennai. So they wanted a common app because they wanted to scale it
bigger,
pan-India, starting with Bangalore and Chennai and then expanding it. So yeah, I think it took me a few months working with, it was also first time I worked directly with the customer. Because in Frappe, there is no hiding, right? There is all transparency. And service companies, sometimes there's okay, if they front end, the developers directly front end the interactions, and even everybody knows that, okay, how much they are paying to the company.
Yeah.
Right? That level of transparency is there. So you are confident that, okay, you can front end this, you can talk directly with them, you can make decisions at some level.
Yeah, it makes it a very well-rounded profile for everybody. Like, if you're handling a project, you handle all aspects of it.
Yeah.
And that makes you do many things that you usually wouldn't do in other companies within a certain job description or whatever. But if you're here, you're taking full responsibility no matter what. And sometimes that puts you in positions like right in front of the people. And you learn a lot, I think,
that project had a lot of effects. That somehow also connects to Build with Hussain. We'll come to that. And so we shipped it, they went live. Right now they manage thousands of beneficiaries in that system. And it's also an open source system used in Kenya as well. So that project was almost finished because it had an end line, right? It didn't have like a infinite scope like other products have, right? They have like, okay, you can improve this aspect, you can improve UX. Once it was run, it was more or less the maintenance
part
mode.
Of it, huh?
Yeah. So then we trained the trainer, the project champions from their side took it up. They did a very good job and I was free from it. So that was the time I also found that, okay, what is possible with Frappe framework? Because I developed it end to end. I got a very deep understanding of how different features in Frappe framework work. And I started writing blogs and tutorials. That was the point, the turning point, you would say, in that, okay, now you are going from development to evangelism. That was the point when I shifted, okay.
Was it like a big thing that you realized, okay, now I want to do this, I want to make Frappe popular? Or was it just like a slow shift?
It was not the first goal that, okay, I want to make Frappe popular. It was just one simple thing. Okay, this is very nice. I want more people to know about it. Right? If I write a blog, maybe 10, 20 people read and build their own apps in Frappe framework. That was good enough.
Right.
So I started writing blog, and what I used to do was I used to build the app first, and then I used to write about it. Okay, this is how you build it, and people could follow along that blog. And the first blog got nice reactions and everything. And then I did a 3-part series of blog. And also that was fun. It was more fun than building the app itself. I thought, okay, this is a very sweet spot you are building. And you're also writing about it and sharing with people. And it boils down to teaching, right?
Yeah.
You're teaching.
Also, I was just going to say, it's also because you like teaching. You're like, let me share this knowledge with other people. And that response that you get, like, oh, we tried it out.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
And so I had found a sweet spot. And then in a few months, I decided, okay, this is what I want to do full time. And then I shifted to product evangelism.
Yeah. There's so many roles that you played in this whole journey. And like you must have gathered so much experience, which is why I feel like a journey, you planned 10 years, but it happened in 4 years, is a great thing because you're well-rounded and prepared now to do it, right?
Yeah. At Frappe, I got a lot of opportunities because everything is so open. You get to see how a business is run. If I was starting from scratch, right, I didn't do Frappe first. I started my own business. I didn't have that courage to hire my first employee or do this or do that on day one because it would have been all very new to me. But because I have seen all the processes, how accounting is done, how payments are processed, how to manage suppliers, how to do taxes and everything that was happening internally. The discussions used to happen in open. So I had a very good idea that, okay, I can replicate this all when I start my own company.
And the culture also, I think once we get to BWH, I want you to tell me about the culture also that you have in the company, the kind of entrepreneur you are as well. But, a very fun fact, like when I joined this time, like 6 months ago, I had to give evals again, right? And so like I got a message saying learn all the modules from Let's Learn ERP Next. And I went on and I was like, it's you. I'm streaming, basically the whole system. for people to learn it, and doing a very in-depth, I think 18 sessions.
I don't know, it's close to 20, I guess.
Yeah, 18 plus those three guest sessions about accounting.
2-3 guest session as well. Yeah.
And I was like, this is so cool. Like, it came through such a, for you it must have come through a genuine place of just let's do this series, but it's helping so many people after.
So there's a story behind that series as well. So do you want to discuss how the first live stream happened?
Yeah, 100%.
So when I told you that, okay, I want to shift to a full-time product evangelism role, this was around the appraisal time where you can define, okay, what are you going to do in the coming year? What are your pay expectations, etc. So there was one bullet point in it that, okay, I will do one live stream. I'll build an app end-to-end using Frappe framework and Frappe UI, so people can see that, okay, how fast you could build apps with it. And then Palkan was driving it. She was the one setting up the live streams and everything in the YouTube channel. And she asked me, what should we name the episode? I was like, okay, we are going to build something. And I want them to build with me.
Okay, so
build with Hussain.
I love that. It's always a simple thing.
It's very simple. So this was over Telegram. We were having a chat. Okay, what should we call it? I was thinking some options. And okay, why don't we call it Build with Hussain? Like, fine.
You can send me a screenshot. We'll probably put it up. Yeah.
It was supposed to be one episode.
Just one video.
Just one video. There was no episode thing. I was like, okay, well, I will do one video and I think I will move on to the next bullet point. But that whole bullet point became my
whole journey now.
Yeah.
Very nice turning point, actually.
Yeah, then like it has been all natural. Next day I got a call. I think it crossed 1,000 views in less than a few hours.
Oh,
so it got traction. People liked it so much that I had a call with Rushabh and Faris. Again, I'm going back to this, guys, because I always find good direction of some sorts, right? When you are a fresher, they have seen a lot of experience. They know that, okay, what could be a good thing to do, what could not be a good thing to do. And Rushabh is like, why don't you do it every week? Start your own channel. This will also be good for your career. I was like, okay, that day itself, I created the YouTube channel called Learn with Hussain.
Okay.
For a few hours.
And then it became Build with Hussain.
Then I thought, okay, no, it sounds better with Build with Hussain. So still when I log into Google, it shows Learn with Hussain, but the actual channel name is Build with Hussain.
Well, just one small comment changed it, right?
Yeah.
And then you start doing like all these live streams and creating all this content for like Frappe and yourself both by that time.
Yeah. So since then you own that piece, right? You do extra. It's your baby. It's your thing. You are doing whatever it takes to make it better, take it to the next level. And I, again, started scheduling more episodes. The first episode is still on the Frappe channel, by the way. And then starting the second, it was my channel. And then people used to show up in the chat. That was a very cool thing.
100%. Yeah. It feels like, it's just me live streaming and people are like here. Yeah, and tells a lot about the kind of teaching you're doing, not specifically teaching, but the kind of conversations you're having, the teaching you're doing, and the kind of product also you're showing. So there's a lot.
Yeah.
So like in your first few months of live streaming and all, was there any kind of motivation and validation that you got that really stood out for you?
Yeah, so one morning I woke up, there was an email in my inbox and it was from Alberto from Spain. And he had written that I like your live streams and everything, but there was one paragraph at the end that said, I recently went through a major cardiac surgery and your videos are like painkillers.
Oh, wow.
Still makes me goosebumps. Okay, you don't realize that you are sitting in a small city in Jagdalpur, you are making videos and someone from Spain or any part of the world is watching and it's making a difference for them.
Yeah.
It's like, this is why I do it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, even recently there was a lead on CRM that complained about the fact that this podcast was not on Spotify. And Michelle sent me, I was like, people in America are watching this. I was like, we just started. It's been 2 episodes. But I was like, no. It's such a good feeling of validation to be like, wow, you're starting something. You're only not sure of it, how it's going. You're doing your best. And you get that external motivation. I love that.
Yeah, that's good. So actually, this is a very good initiative. Stories, right? You want more people to hear stories because you never know that, okay, which story, which small blog might work for wonders for some people.
Yeah.
That can change lives, literally. For
It
some
sounds so big for something Like, I would not guess. I would be doing a podcast for a tech company ever. Like, I would just not guess it. Like, and it connects back to the whole thing. Like, you don't know where journey is going. Like, you don't know what one decision can change or what ideas one small conversation can figure out.
So why did you start the Frappe podcast?
I came into the team this time, back into marketing, thinking that we talk a lot about the stories. We talk a lot about the fact that products have people behind them. Everything technical still has a person behind them, no matter what. Like, no matter what, there is a person behind that. And I've had this conversation with Rusha a couple of times. So I was like, oh, maybe we can do a podcast. So I never thought it would be a biographical podcast. I never talk to people about their stories. But first I thought that if somebody else would be hosting it, it would be a tech podcast and they would talk about like this
programming and apps, etc.
Yeah, and we can still talk about programming and apps. That's not the point. But yeah, it's like it just turned out like this. And I also didn't realize when exactly it did. But I was told that if I wanted to start a podcast, I should do it myself.
So this podcast changed something for me as well.
Yeah.
So I was listening to the first episode with Rushabh and he was telling, okay, to work if you feel like it. And then the fun
will come.
He mentioned the fun part of it. That, okay, you should be having fun. Does it make sense? And the next day I called a meeting at our office and we shut down our consulting division.
Oh.
Where I get on calls with people, and because of course I was helping people while making money, but I was not having fun. And then I realized, okay, when I was at Frappe, I had freedom. So I was doing whatever I was finding fun. But when I'm doing my own company, there is freedom pro max. Why do I want to still do something for money?
Yeah, I think leadership is less freedom actually, because you're responsible for other people, you're responsible for success and all of that.
Yeah.
But since we started talking about your company, tell us about you leaving Frappe and starting BWH Studios.
So this happened around, I think, Frappe built. I was very confused. My brain was like, what do I do now, right? Because I was seeing that Build with Hussain is growing. It's becoming its own brand. And I wanted it to be standing out apart from Frappe as well. I wanted to do more open source stuff, go broad, right? At that time, I reached out to Rushabh. I even wanted to do a lot of service that, okay, I can be doing more trainings. I can be doing development. So I don't know what the main purpose was, but right now that I realized that, okay, I wanted to do something in my own city.
Okay.
I wanted to give the local talent the privilege, I would say, the luckiness that I got. I wanted to make for them. That, okay, you also can work on world-class stuff. You also can work with big companies. You can also build good things. You don't have to leave your city.
Yeah, and that's also a big enough purpose to want to do it for a local community. Like, that's how global communities grow, and everybody does things for their own local community, right?
Yeah.
And I don't, like you said that you didn't know why, but I think this is a big enough purpose to do it.
Yeah. So now it is my purpose to build a very good company in Jagdalpur itself. So I come from Jagdalpur, Bastar. And that's a very small city. It has airport though. That's a good thing, because before, when I joined Frappe, there was no commercial flights because it's a defense airport. So it used to take me 24 hours to reach Mumbai.
Oh, damn.
And now it takes 7 to 8 hours, and that's good enough.
Yeah, 100%. Everything is growing.
Yeah, everything is growing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say, okay, I will build this thing because I have seen ERP Next and the Frappeverse change lives.
Right.
I didn't bring Frappe or ERP Next to the Jagdalpur. What happened was my cousin brothers. So I work at Frappe. I know ERP Next and everything. But I was not the one who sold them ERP Next. They run ERP Next in their whole business.
Okay, your family does. Okay.
Yeah, my cousin brothers.
You did not say KO.
I didn't bring ERP Next to them. People would usually think that, okay, since he's working at ERP Next, he might have told them, okay, ERP Next is good, buy it. And
that's a fair assumption. You believe in the product. Why will you not share it?
Yeah. So what happened was I got a call from my brothers that, okay, we are looking for a dairy management software and we have got this quotation. Why don't you review it? Because I was like this tech person
in the family.
Everyone reach out to whenever, okay, do I buy this online course? Do we buy this? Which phone do I buy? Which laptop do I buy? So I'm that go-to person.
Designated.
So they sent me a quotation and then I was like, the first line I read, ERP Next implementation.
Must have felt so cool.
It felt very good. I was like, I quickly called him up again. I said, this is the company I work at. And like, then that conversation continued, and I talked to the partner who was at that time implementing, and they were like, okay, you also work at Frappe.
Yeah.
And they are happy now. They are a big customer, Frappe Cloud, faithful.
I love that. Okay, so coming back to like your own company now, sounds very cool to say, yeah, you're an entrepreneur. But how is it running now? Like, what is the vibe? What are the people? How big is your team?
Right now, we are 5 full-time people, including me.
Okay.
4 are devs, and 1 is becoming a dev. So it will
consultant to dev.
Yeah, consultant to dev. He is a ERP certified consultant, but now he wants to also build stuff. I said, okay. So he's very motivated to become a dev.
Nice. So do you all build a lot of stuff? Like, do you all experiment a lot with framework?
Yes, because that's in the DNA. So I don't have to sell framework. That is one thing. Even when I do live streams, I'm not saying, okay, go and try framework. I actually build the thing using framework, and people are already, okay, you can do very fast. You can build stuff in record time.
You're showing that this already has all these features. Use it. Build your next product.
Yeah. So what we do is like, we also experiment on the side with small products and small things. How can we help the community? How can we build better tooling? And then we also do service. So we are exclusively a Frappe dev shop. We don't do any other stack or anything.
So you do support for framework as well, I think.
So yeah, we call ourselves the Jagdalpur branch of Frappe, because Frappe's projects are also one of the bigger chunks we spend our times on. Nice. Framework support, Frappe Cloud Marketplace recently, Frappe Wiki, etc. So we are doing a lot of Frappe projects, and it is fun to augment, right? You are helping in a big way in growing the Frappeverse. That was also my goal.
Yeah. And what newer products are you working on? I think one though from yesterday's talk, I know it.
Yeah, that is like,
yeah, because I think we were discussing it right when you were leaving, right? That too, we also need an event management app because we've not.
At that time the discussion was going on.
Yeah, and then I think your name came up saying, "No, let's ask Hussain to do it." And so how did I think Buzz is in a good place right now. How is that going?
So Buzz is taking shape because I have good users, good first user, that is Palkan and team and you guys. So that will take shape, I guess. I've got very much interested in the product now. So I'm building new features, shipping stuff. I want to go live as soon as possible. So running the next whatever big Frappe event is happening on Buzz. So that is going well. And apart from that, what I'm doing is I'm encouraging my team to also work on other products. So one of the products we have started building is a form building app.
Okay.
Right? Forms Pro, we are calling it Web Forms Pro. So web forms in Frappe are very basic right now. We wanted to build a very dedicated product that makes it
customizable and more.
Yeah, so more customizable, more features. So it becomes because I have seen people wanting that. So I thought, okay, we can build that. And all of this happens on the side, by the way. Right now we are not doing, full time. Well, this one of the devs is just building a product. We are not at that stage yet. So what we are doing is we are doing services because that brings in the revenue and pays the salaries. And then on the side,
passion project. Yeah, I'm also really interested in the event management app. I think I've been organizing events ever since school and then college and then, company and whatever. And I've always found that you use a project management platform and then use a ticket management platform and then, that's it. But I think yesterday your demo showed that you brought both of them together and I was like, this is going to be good. I don't need to do things on 2 places. I don't need to involve teams on 2 places. And it's much easier. And yeah, I'm really excited for when it's going to be very popular and public so we all can use it.
So yeah, that motivation of building good products, quality products comes from Frappe.
Yeah.
So that bar has been set, right? Because I had worked at Frappe. I don't know any other way to do it. I only know that, this is the only way. Good quality, spending time on UX, UI. That is the way I know. That is how I'm also shaping up the company.
Right.
I'm trying to replicate a lot of things. So Frappe has all hands on Tuesday. We have all hands on Wednesday.
Nice.
It was Tuesday, but it didn't fit. So now it's Wednesday.
Yeah. All hands is all hands. All hands used to be called Frappe Forum. And I was every week I would see that meeting. I was like, just one day I hope they change the name for no reason. So you're doing building all these projects. And I think the whole quality first thing is a very Frappe thing, which they always tell you and they always tell us.
Yeah.
But I've never seen, like, heard of people after Frappe also, because at Frappe people get paid. Like, it is the hard reality. People are really good at what they do. People really believe in quality, but they also get paid to believe, not paid to believe, but like paid to, understand that quality always comes first. And you are also putting it first and you're carrying it forward. And it's very nice to hear that you're taking the same culture there and like no mediocrity at all. Like, why would you even create a product that is okay?
Yeah, because quality, like this is a quote from, I think, Rushab's slide in the Frappeverse. Quality is magic, right?
Yeah.
So when something is done at quality, whether it be software, whether it be that music show, right? It makes people happy. It makes you proud that, okay, you build this good stuff. You delivered this good thing, right? So yeah, I always say that, okay, we have to fight mediocrity. That's it.
Everyone doesn't understand that quantity is not the only thing. Like, I see that a lot with the media space. Like, I know a couple of companies who create 3 YouTube videos a day and just post, like just spam post it all the time. And I feel like maybe that got them like 1 million more subscribers. But
it's a number game. Number games is very different. You can play that
but
game.
At the end, what are you going to go back and see? That was your content good or was your content a lot?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
The thing is that for me, like, I don't know, if I had started before Frappe, right? Maybe this wouldn't have been the case. I didn't know about quality or about these things, but it shaped me in a way that now I know that, okay, if you focus on quality, everything else will fall in place.
Yeah.
It's not just about revenue, or it's not just about hiring more people, building a very big team. You focus on quality. Small team, few projects, but do cool shit.
Yeah, it's important. Even this podcast, I wanted it to be a weekly thing. And I was quite I was adamant about it. It should be weekly because that is how you grow on YouTube, etc. That was my mindset. And then Rushabh kept saying, do it twice a month, do it twice a month. And I was like, okay. And I went back to say, no, I think I'll do it once a week and all. But then if you consider everything, time management and reviewing and everything, I don't know, it makes sense at some point. We've only published 3 episodes until this point when we're recording this. So I'm also excited to see how it grows. Then you can always change the decision of doing more later.
Yeah, that is always there.
Set quality, once you set that process, you can produce. But
yeah, then you can scale.
Yeah.
So there's this concept of scaling too fast and then scaling organically. So Frappe has always scaled organically, grown organically. So I know, okay, we can do organically or we can do too fast. Okay, you hire 10 people on day one, but you can't balance both. There has to be some balance that, okay, you are maintaining quality as well as growing, right? So that doesn't happen with one of the weights too high. You will have to
time.
Yeah, it takes time.
Yeah, and most people are impatient. Yeah, I'm also very impatient. I also get restless. But tell myself, eventually.
Eventually it will.
Yeah. This has been a really fun conversation, and I want to know what's next.
So I wanted to grow BW Studios, and I want to have a campus. I'll be honest, what my dream recently has been, that I could have a multi-acre campus, probably in Jagdalpur, that has this combination of teaching, plus then you are also motivating people, then you also have some branch that say, okay, this is where the engineering building is. So Google and Microsoft all have campuses, right? So I want to have a campus where people are training. Then we also have a company there. Then anybody could come there and talk about FOSS. We have events, we have conferences. So I want to do a lot of things along that lines. And I think BWH as a brand is giving me that opportunity, that traction, that support that I need to achieve those bigger things.
I love that. I love people who are not afraid to dream big and say it out loud also. Many people, think that if you say it out loud, then it becomes less achievable. I don't know if that's a stereotype or I don't know. What is it called? A myth, whatever it is.
Myth.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're so bold about it, then you're bold enough to actually do it also. And I'm so excited to see what's to come and all the products. Buzz is such a good first product for you guys that I'm excited to see, more creative and more crossing the business line that we've drawn to make business apps, crossing that line with event management, right? And I want to see, I'd love to see.
Yeah, even consumer apps. Frappe hasn't been doing consumer apps right now. They have like now a lot of divisions, business apps, this productivity suite and everything. But also, I think someday this craziness comes from Frappe, right? That, okay, what do we do with these funds? Let's build our own laptop. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, that I want to carry forward. That energy, that craziness I want to carry forward to PW Studios or whatever we call it in the future.
Frappe will literally pick your own laptop. But I don't know if that's I'm like, if it ever happens, I'll be really interested in that.
So just last evening, while we were driving back, so I brought my whole team to the Frappeverse just so they can see that, okay, what is happening outside. So that is why also I was very reluctant to travel at first when I joined Frappe. I used to say, okay, I won't come to offsites and whatnot. But then I came and then I realized, okay, so much you learn from traveling. And that is, I have learned a lot. Frappe and training and Frappe school gave me opportunity to travel a lot and build with Hussain especially. So there was a brand. So people would say, okay, why doesn't Hussain conduct a podcast in Kenya? Right? And there was a Dubai boot camp that is very popular on YouTube right now. So I got to travel a lot of places and learn a lot, see what is the limit? There is no limit actually.
Yeah.
So when you are in a small city, you feel that limit. So I wanted my team to also see. I want more and more people to see. That's why that campus idea also. I want more people to see that there is no limit.
You can be big no matter where you are.
Yeah, no matter. There is all of it is accessible to everyone.
Yeah, and it also has a lot to do with the environment you grow up in. But it's really nice that you got your whole team. And this was my first Frappeverse also. So I can imagine their excitement was as much as mine to meet everybody.
They were still talking it about till they slept.
Yeah, I met so many people and I've spoken to a lot of partners, etc., like over video calls to interview them for blogs or whatever. But in person, the kind
very
of...
different.
Yeah. Like even though we're all busy and running around and all that, it's still so many new people. And I was like, it's been so social.
Yeah, this one was very big.
Yeah.
And people come and say, okay, we watched your videos.
Yeah.
Very nice. So this is making impact, right? As long as you are creating some impact, I think everything then becomes fulfilling. You want to do more of it. Even some low points come in your life that, okay, maybe my video got 50 views. That is fine. Those comments, those emails, maybe less in quantity, but they keep me online.
Watching, and like if you see 600 views or 600 people in front of you, very big, you actually realize the number it is. And like, if I had top 5 moments at Frappeverse, 3 of them were the fact that 3 people actually came up to me and said they watched the podcast. And I was like, you did? Like, I did not imagine hearing it would make me feel so good. It'd be like, there's a lot of validation and support. Ki, don't keep doing it no matter how it goes, keep doing it. And I was like, that's not something you get at most workplaces.
Yes.
Like, no matter what, unconditional support.
Yeah, this is a very good community feeling. And then you have found your sweet spot. Everyone has found that sweet spot. Developers, okay, this is my product, right? And then for me, it is this intersection of building stuff and then teaching that stuff, right? So that is why Buzz also is built live, by the way. So there are 12 episodes of it. So people can watch it. And I have started suggesting that, okay, whoever is new after the Dubai bootcamp, watch this and you will get a very good idea of how much you can push framework and the new things that are coming out of Frappe UI and Builder and stuff to the next level. And it's very fulfilling. I think, I'm not sure, the business part, the service part, maybe it will remain or not. I want this content and the YouTube to stay alive.
It will. And then we'll link this series where you're building Buzz in the comments, I think. But yes, you should watch it. But thank you so much for being on the podcast. Thank you so much for staying one more day after Frappe to record it.
No, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor, by the way, to have been called to Frappe Podcast because I look forward to Rusha, Bumer, Rucha even. I listen those podcasts and somewhere it hits me that, okay, we are on the right path. We are going to make it big together.
That means so much. I really appreciate it. But yeah, thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching the Frappe Podcast. I'll see you soon.